Yes, come in. Hey, sir. I just wanted to talk to you about some complaints that are coming in from the Xenoverse 2 community. About what? Well, honestly, sir, the simple fact that we keep releasing DLC instead of actually making a Xenoverse 3 has a lot of people upset on Twitter and all over social media. Well, let me ask you this. Are DLC still selling? Well, honestly, surprisingly, yeah, still a lot of sales, even though through all the complaints, we've still sold a decent amount of DLCs with each and every single one. Okay, so we're making money. What's the issue? Well, the issue is the fans hate us. Yeah, and we love their money. So get back to work.
NANI?!
Well, damn it, I play Xenoverse 2, so I quit. I'm out this bitch. Alright, y'all just saw the nonsense with that top secret footage leaking into Dimps and seeing basically a conversation from an employee who's clearly a Xenoverse 2 fan and someone who I'm assuming is like one of the head producers or developers on Xenoverse 2 or just someone in power at Dimps. You saw that exchange and you saw how much they truly care about us. It's some absolute nonsense. Now in this video right here, what we're going to be talking about basically is how all these DLCs guarantee for the most part that Xenoverse 3 will not be at EVO, and the main purpose of this video is so you guys do not have high hopes of Xenoverse 3 really being at EVO or even being announced this year. And I know I was someone who was very hopeful on it before, but based off of how things are going, as I'll explain in this video, it just does not seem like Xenoverse 3 has any chance at being announced at EVO, and a very slim chance even of coming or being announced at any point in time within this year. So, getting started, guys, first and foremost talking about the DLCs. DLC in Xenoverse 2 seems to still be going on. It does not seem to have ended, with all the different things between the end of Z mission that shows all the stuff at the end and hints at, you know, more special missions and things like that, between the simple fact that of how they're distributing content after DLC 10. They've done it like other DLCs in the past where they try and bridge the gap to the next DLC and keep the fans' interest as much as possible. We keep getting TP Metal Shop updated with the gifts and the Super Souls, all things like that. We keep getting different raids, which a lot of them have featured new Super Souls, which is pretty dope. And then also the simple fact that the Mentor Goku outfit has not come available to us yet is a clear sign right there, to me at least, that they are doing something and they definitely plan on another DLC, because why would you hold back on a Mentor gift so long, something that is literally just going to change the Mentor Goku outfit? Why would you hold back on it so long if you have no plans of another DLC? If this was going to be it, why did you not release everything right when this DLC came out? So again, man, it really seems to me like they have definitely future plans for DLC on Xenoverse 2, and if DLC does come out on Xenoverse 2, it won't be coming out until around E3. Like, I've never heard of a game getting DLC the same month and then also getting its next announcement or next installment in the series announced at E3, all in the same month. I've never really heard of that. So that right there shows you that Xenoverse 3 being announced at E3 is definitely not going to happen. And then you also got to think, DLC 11 is most likely meaning DLC 12. I don't see them ending on a DLC 11. That's just a weird number, and every other set of DLCs have always come in 4. So if there is going to be an 11, we can guarantee a 12 at the same time for Xenoverse 2, which means that probably wouldn't come out till around fall or maybe winter, and that's when the new systems come out. So for those who may have thought maybe they're holding back for when the new consoles came out, because that's something that I thought initially when the new consoles were announced. As far as the release date, the release date was announced like 2-3 months ago at this point in time, I believe. I was like, oh man, you know, maybe Bandai Dimps holding back and gonna bring out Xenoverse 3 with these consoles. No, it does not seem like that. And then honestly, guys, besides just the DLC not like holding back the announcement of Xenoverse 2 or the actual development and production of it, or Xenoverse 3 I should say, not only do we have that, you know, that disappointing news, but also recently I found out that Storm 4 actually sold 6 million copies. Storm 4 sold more copies than Xenoverse 2. Storm 4 did not get a continuation in the series. That right there got me a little bit worried. The more ray of hope, I guess you could say, that I have for the Xenoverse series compared to Storm is that Storm was at Storm 4 and had a bunch of different games with the trilogies and all things like that within it at the same time. Xenoverse has literally only had 2 installments to it. So that right there is the only ray of hope out of that little, I guess, factor, or whatever you guess you want to call it, and in the whole totality of Xenoverse 3 actually happening. That right there gives me a little bit of hope, but also gives me a lot of disappointment and just stress, I guess you could say, because I really want Xenoverse 3 to happen. The Xenoverse series has brought me so much joy, so much fun, and to me is the greatest Dragon Ball series in terms of gaming ever. Now, I'm not saying it's the game that I enjoyed most during the time of me playing it, or it's what I think is the best. To me, Budokai 3 is the best. But when you talk about greatness, how long you played it, how many people have stayed on the game for so long, all things like that, the amount of stuff there was to do, like, the Xenoverse series is probably the greatest Dragon Ball gaming series ever. Eventually, I'm assuming Fighters may probably pass that once Fighters 2 comes out and things of that nature, because that's definitely going to happen without a doubt. I mean, the success of Fighters, it would be crazy for them not to make a Fighters 2. So again, man, I'm really just making this video, one, to get you guys' hopes down a little bit on the whole Xenoverse 3 coming to E3, because I'm seeing a bunch of comments saying, I still just want Xenoverse 3. I hope Xenoverse 3 gets announced at E3, things like that. And then also, just kind of showing that Xenoverse 3, if anything, may not be announced till even 2021, guys. So again, do not get your hopes too high for it. It does really suck. But let me know what you guys think about this down below in the comments. And say if a Xenoverse 3 was announced in 2021 and came out like a year and a half from now. Is it a game that at that point in time you would want to come back to and continue to play and start up playing once again? Or at that point in time, would you have just lost complete interest in the Xenoverse series in general? Let me know all that down below in the comments. But as always, man, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, hope you have a good day. Peace, y'all.